the President of the Senate, our leader, and my own grandfather in politics, the wife of the President of the Senate, the National Security Advisor, the Minister of Information, the Minister of State Gas. Your Excellency, today we're leading a team of cross-section of Akwa Ibomites. And let me start on behalf of the government and people of Akwa Ibom State by thanking you most profoundly and deeply for finding time out of your very tight schedule to receive us. We do not take this privilege for granted. Permit me also to use this opportunity to once again thank you, Mr. President, and our mother, your dear wife, the First Lady of the Nation, distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, for standing by our family during the sad period of the loss of my dear wife and First Lady of our state, Pastor Mrs. Patience Umo Eno. We are deeply grateful to the First Lady for adopting also my dear daughter and the coordinator of the office of the First Lady, Mrs. Helen Eno Obareki, as our daughter and supported her in our new role of coordinating the office of the First Lady. Your Excellency, before you hear our leaders and stakeholders drawn from the 3 senatorial districts of our dear state across party lines, who remain united by their shared love, unity of purpose, and faith in the possibilities of further growth and continuous harmonious coexistence and love for our dear state and nation. We have come here first and foremost to show our support to you and your administration, and to also express our deep appreciation for the great role you played in facilitating the emergence of one of our illustrious sons, the one I affectionately call my grandfather, the former governor of our state, His Excellency, distinguished Senator Godswill Obot Akpabio, GCON, as the President of the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the number 3 citizen of our dear country, as well as the Chairman of the National Assembly. This indeed has been a huge honor for our state and people, and further shows the love you have for us. We also want to thank you for the other appointments of our sons and daughters of our dear state in various positions, especially the Honorable Minister of Petroleum Gas, Right Honorable Ekperikwe Ekpo. We remain committed to engendering the spirit of bipartisanship and celebrate every Akwa Ibom person whom God has lifted, irrespective of political affiliations. We will continue to work with them for the advancement of our nation and our state. We believe strongly that political parties are vehicles to seek and attain power. Once such has been achieved, governance should be done without rigid adherence to political ties and affiliations. This is why we have stakeholders here across party lines, displaying deep love and unity. While thanking you for this appointment, Mr. President, we remain optimistic that in the true nature and spirit of bipartisanship, which is alive and well in our dear state, more appointments of such nature and stature across party lines will be made by Mr. President in the future. Permit me to thank you in advance for your kind consideration. We treasure the peace we have enjoyed in our dear state, the spirit of inclusivity, and the promotion of kindred spirit, and will continue to celebrate this noble ideal. Your Excellency, we recognize the challenging economic environment our nation has been experiencing. We stand here as a collective to reaffirm our support for you in your determined efforts to launch our nation back on the path towards sustainable growth. The immediate low-hanging fruit is being realized now. Prices are coming down, and the economy is about turning the corner. We thank you for the hard work and the resilience you have shown. Though the immediate plans of effects of these pains may be inconveniencing, but we are thankful to God for the support of Nigerians that our nation is on the path of recovery. If this administration succeeds, we all succeed. And national success should not be predicated on a purely partisan basis, but on a patriotic spirit. Your Excellency, we didn't come here with a basket full of demands. We came with just 3 prayers, 2 of which have consequential effect on our future growth and development as a subnational. First, we want to thank you for the funds you have, through the reforms, made available to the state government. And in Akwa Ibom State, we'd like to assure the President that we have invested our funds judiciously. And I have here with me to be presented to Mr. President a scorecard of some of the achievements we have done in just 20 months. And I'll present this to Mr. President after my remark. These are things that we have painstakingly put together, may not be as buoyant as that of the Senate President when he was governor, or that of Governor Odom Emmanuel, but we're just 20 months in office, and we've been able to put this together chronologically. Your Excellency, sir, we're first humbly requesting that you consider supporting us in an intervention in the money we have spent in averting potential economic disasters in our state. Within the first year of our inauguration, we had flagged off and commissioned numerous projects in flood-prone areas, such as Idonga State Secretariat, which houses over 95% of our ministries, departments, and agencies, as well as the Afiance Erosion Project in Eket local government. The Uyo Village Road, another major gully erosion savaging the area, which is also within the contiguous area around the government house. Your Excellency, one of the things we have done is to redeem a very ecological devastating area, particularly around the government house and surrounding areas. Not only did we reclaim the gully erosion, but we now have one of the most ambitious projects, which we have tagged the ARISE Resort in Akwa Ibom State. We have sunk in lots of money to make this, because this gully erosion had already started claiming lives and properties and was a major, major threat even to the seat of government, the government house. We will be grateful, Your Excellency, as a father of the nation, if you intervene and support us in any way possible so that we can bring the work to a good conclusion. The second prayer, Your Excellency, is to solicit your kind support in the realization of Ibom Deep Sea Port Project in Akwa Ibom. Your Excellency, this is one project that past administrations have devoted themselves to achieving, which we too are hopeful of the final realization. It is quite impossible for any state government to embark and finish a deep sea port without the support of the federal government. So, Your Excellency, we come here to appeal for your fatherly intervention so that we can continue with the deep sea port project. The realization of this project will be an economic game changer, not only for our state, but for the South-South, Southeast, respectively, and indeed the nation at large. Our third prayer, Your Excellency, is for you to kindly accept our invitation on an official visit to Akwa Ibom State. At any time, between now and May 2025 to help commission our ARISE resorts and other key road projects. This facility of the ARISE resort is along Udoinwang Etimusanga Street that was ravaged by gully erosion and had posed an existential threat to even the seat of government, the very hilltop mansion, which our dear Senate President had built while in office. The entire community was at the risk of being submerged and wiped away. Your Excellency, it may interest you to know that through the power of vision and creativity, we have turned the once gully erosion ravaged place into what will become possibly one of the best family-themed resorts in the nation, the ARISE Resort. We now have spent billions to reclaim, and as contained in the brochure of our scorecard, the resort now has a 9-hole golf club, a 9-hole golf course, and over 20 tastefully furnished guest apartments, a 1,000-seater conference hall, restaurant, children's playground, mini sports facility, artificial lakes, among other facilities. The resort is scheduled to be commissioned in May as part of our activity to mark our second anniversary in office. It will be our honor and most privilege to gather with the Senate President and all Akwa Ibom people to receive you in our state to help commission this project. Mr. President, as I close this remark, we remain grateful for the award of contract for the construction of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, which crisscrosses our dear state. This highway will help open up our state, stimulate economic activities, and ensure faster and easier movement of goods and services. Since we came into office about 20 months ago, we have utilized the funds which your administration have so kindly availed us to execute numerous impactful projects across sectors in line with our governance blueprint, the ARISE agenda, especially in the key areas such as agriculture, rural development, infrastructural expansion and maintenance, security management, and educational advancement, alongside investment in healthcare delivery services, especially at primary level, tourism, humanitarian services, and payment of backlog of gratuities. Your Excellency, it may interest you to note that we met a backlog of gratuity of about 98 billion. Today, we have paid 50 billion naira in 20 months to our... Your Excellency, sir, we have catalogued all these achievements sector by sector in the 20-month scorecard compendium, and a copy of which it is my honor and privilege to present to you. In conclusion, let me, on behalf of our leaders and stakeholders, thank you immensely for this great honor you have done us today, and we stand ready to continue to support you, pray for you, stand by you, and encourage you as you lead us in strength while working towards the working to renew our hope for a better future. Your Excellency, please permit me at this stage to please invite the President General of the Akwa Ibom Council of Traditional Rulers, who came here with me, and all of us have decided with their endorsement to present to you not just an honorary chieftaincy title, but a full chieftaincy title of our own version of the Jagaban. If I have the permission